The harsh reality of Saudi Arabia. This holy place is the new hub of parties and events. As everyone knows, Saudi Arabia is an important place for Muslims because of the holy city of Medina and the yearly pilgrimages of Hajj and Umrah. Each year, millions of Muslims, around 2.4 million for Hajj and 18.5 to 20 million for Umrah, visit Saudi Arabia, especially the holy city of Medina. However, things changed unexpectedly during the last leader's time. In the past, Saudi Arabia went through a big transformation under the last leader. This affected the way people perform the pilgrimage and changed things in the region. The traditional rituals of the pilgrimage and the overall atmosphere saw significant adjustments, leading to a different experience for millions of devoted Muslims. Welcome to our channel, The Wealthy Elite. In this video, we are going to show you the dark reality of Saudi Arabia that no one tells you. So, stay tuned till the end. To give some context, Saudi Arabia is in the Middle East, sharing borders with Jordan and Iraq to the north, Kuwait to the northeast, and Qatar, Bahrain, and the United Arab Emirates to the east. It's also the largest country on the Arabian Peninsula, covering over 2 million square kilometers. As the birthplace of Islam, Saudi Arabia plays a central role in the Muslim world, holding the title of being the custodian of the two holy mosques, a responsibility it takes. It is officially called the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, KSA, and has a unique political setup where the monarchy and Islamic principles exist together. Islam is deeply embedded in its legal and political system, making Saudi Arabia the largest Islamic country globally. The country's actions hold great importance within the Muslim community, but in recent years, there has been a noticeable and concerning change in the kingdom, making many people question where it's heading. This shift can be linked to decisions made by the last President King, causing worries about preserving Saudi Arabia's traditional values. The focus turned to an unusual Halloween celebration in the kingdom, which goes against Islamic values. Halloween, known for its non-Islamic roots and ties to Western cultures, is very different from Saudi Arabia's conservative Islamic beliefs. In 2018, news came out that Saudi police raided a Halloween party, arresting people in spooky outfits. Women in strange clothes were told to cover themselves. This year, things were different in Riyadh. Many people dressed as monsters, witches, and bank robbers roamed the streets. According to the New York Times, this eerie scene reflects the changes in Saudi Arabia since Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman rose to power in 2015, gradually removing social restrictions one by one. Celebrating Halloween in the kingdom was a big departure from its usual religious and cultural practices, making many people, both inside and outside the country, uneasy. Moreover, allowing alcohol, which is strictly forbidden in Islam, has added another layer of concern about the changes happening in Saudi Arabia's culture. Drinking alcohol not only goes against Islamic teachings, but has also been against the law in Saudi Arabia for a long time. The sudden change in alcohol policy has led to discussions about the influence of the wealthy elite in shaping the nation's culture. This shift from traditional norms has sparked many discussions questioning the reasons behind such a big change in policy. Both observers and critics are worried about the possible loss of cultural and religious values, especially under the influence of powerful external forces. After more than 70 years, Saudi Arabia has recently opened its inaugural liquor store, signaling a shift towards a more open and liberal stance. Non-Muslim diplomats were welcome to buy alcohol from the store, marking a noteworthy development in this traditionally conservative nation. Saudi Arabia stands out globally for its strict alcohol prohibition among its citizens. Allowing alcohol has not only sparked debates within the country, but has also caught the attention of the international community, given Saudi Arabia's historical reputation for upholding conservative Islamic values. The change in policy has raised questions about the broader impact on the kingdom's global image and its relationships with other nations, especially those with different cultural and religious norms. Saudi Arabia is also viewing events like concerts as part of a strategy to modernize and diversify the economy. These events are promoted as part of the Saudi Vision 2030 initiative, aiming to lessen the country's reliance on oil and turn it into a global cultural and entertainment center. While some see these efforts as progressive, conservative segments of the population have mixed reactions. The recent music festival in Jeddah's Al Balad called Balad Beast had some musicians from other countries, like the rapper Busta Rhymes from America. But the main focus was on local talent, especially Arabic-speaking rappers, who thrilled the audience. This festival has started a big discussion in Saudi Arabia. People are wondering if the country is changing too quickly. In 2018, Prince Mohammed said that women didn't have to wear abayas, which are traditional cloaks for women. Now, women can drive, work in almost any job, including the military, and even go to parties. This was something unimaginable just a few years ago in Saudi Arabia. Even for men, the idea of going to a rave party or listening to music in public used to be a big no. Music was not allowed in public spaces, and it could get you in trouble with the morality police. But things are different now. Rave concerts and public celebrations with music are happening more often, and the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, MBS, is supporting these changes. In fact, Prince Mohammed has made significant changes, like getting rid of the morality police, to give people more freedom. This cultural shift is bringing more liberties to the people, but some are questioning if it's happening too fast. The recent Balad Beast Festival is just one example of Saudi Arabia's transformation, as it tries to balance tradition and modernity under the leadership of Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Concerts and entertainment events are bringing about a cultural revival, with some Saudis welcoming the new opportunities for leisure. However, conservative groups see these changes as a threat to traditional values that have shaped Saudi Arabia for centuries. There's a clear clash between modernization and tradition, and the wealthy elite is driving the push for a more liberal image. The hosting of international concerts, once unimaginable, signifies a major change in Saudi Arabia's cultural scene. Artists who were previously restricted from performing due to religious reasons now find themselves on stage in front of Saudi audiences. Halloween, concerts, and the permission for drinking alcohol in Saudi Arabia show a big change happening in the country. Rich people closely connected to the ruling monarchy have a major role in this shift. Before, Saudi Arabia followed strict Islamic traditions with specific clothing rules, gender separation, and traditional values. But now, things are changing. To make the country look good to the world and attract money from other countries, the elites in Saudi Arabia support entertainment events. But this often means leaving behind the old traditions. Saudi Arabia is dealing with a situation because it's trying to be modern while also keeping its unique culture and religion. While the rich people think these changes are important for progress, some people disagree. They say that these changes are putting at risk what makes Saudi Arabia special. The recent concerts in Saudi Arabia are a clear example of how things are changing. They show the complicated relationship between old ways and new ideas. The rich elite, wanting more money and a better image globally, is pushing for changes that challenge the old norms. As Saudi Arabia moves forward, the clash of different values in its society shows how crucial it is to handle this journey with care, respecting its deep-rooted cultural and religious background. The changes happening in Saudi Arabia, like the recent cultural events, reveal a complex balance between old traditions and new ways. The rich and powerful elite, driven by money and a desire for a modern image, are causing a big transformation that questions the old rules. What do you think about these changes? Do let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more updates.